Welcome back to Project 613. Today we are going to learn 3 mitzvot. The first is that it is a mitzvah to bring all sacrificial offerings only in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. As we will learn tomorrow, there is a parallel negative prohibition telling us that it's forbidden for us to bring sacrificial offerings anywhere else. But for today, we have the positive mitzvah telling us that all sacrificial offerings must be brought only in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, as the verse states, Hamakom asher yivchar Hashem b'achat shvatecha, that only in the place which Hashem chooses from amongst your tribes, that is where you shall bring all of your offerings. And this is notwithstanding the fact that for many years, even after the Jews came into the land of Israel, it was permissible for people to build private altars in other locations. But once the designated place for the Holy Temple was chosen in Jerusalem, then it becomes absolutely forbidden from then on, for all times, only in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem were sacrifices allowed to be brought. The next mitzvah that we have is a very similar one, but different, and that is that the Torah tells us that there are certain times when a person could become obligated in bringing a sacrifice while he is outside of the land of Israel. And one may entertain the idea that since one is far away, therefore perhaps they do not have to bring their offering to Jerusalem. Perhaps it could be brought outside of Jerusalem, or perhaps it could be exchanged for money because it is too difficult to bring your sacrifice all the way. And this is why the Torah tells us now, and it's the second mitzvah that we're learning today, is that all sacrifices need to be brought in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, even though the person or the animal is outside of Israel and it's far away and there is a long journey. Nevertheless, it needs to be brought to Jerusalem. If a person took upon themselves to bring a certain animal as a sacrifice, there is no way out of that. They cannot exchange that for a monetary value. And the Torah needs to make a point of telling this to us, because if you remember, we did learn previously that there is another type of tithe known as the second tithe of produce, which a person also is obligated to take to Jerusalem. Nevertheless, over there, the law is that if it's too difficult, if a person is far away and it's too difficult to schlep all of his produce to Jerusalem, then he could exchange it for money and take his money next time he goes. But when it comes to sacrificial offerings, once a person is designated a sacrifice, an animal to be a sacrificial offering, that animal must be taken to Jerusalem, and all care must be taken that it should remain fit for bringing as an offering only in Jerusalem. Then we have 2 prohibitions that are associated with this. One we will learn today and the other one tomorrow. The first is that it is forbidden to slaughter an animal for the sake of a sacrificial offering outside of Jerusalem, and it's very much connected to this whole theme of sacrifices only being brought in the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. Maimonides actually writes that one of the reasons for this is that God wanted to wean the Jewish people off of idolatry, and by limiting the place where the Jews could bring their sacrificial offerings, this would actually ensure that they would not go to serve in any pagan houses of worship, and they would only come to the Holy Temple to serve Hashem in the temple in Jerusalem. We will continue more about this tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.